And what is going on with it, guys? You see a Jaguar coming back at you with a second video today, and obviously I wasn't planning on dropping another video today, but there was some shit that went down involving the Jaguars, between different Jaguar news and what happened at practice today, that I feel I kind of have to get out. So let's get it. Alright, so the scariest thing that came out today was when I all of a sudden received all these tweets that Marquise Lee went down at practice today. I guess he fell down, he was holding his ankle, then next thing you know he was being carted off the field. Now, when I first heard this, it sounded really intense, because just a lot of people that were there were pretty much saying how scary it was. There were a bunch of players on a knee surrounding Marquise Lee, and obviously when you get carted off the field, it isn't good news. But luckily I saw one tweet out there that Marquise Lee, that it really is not that severe. So luckily that's not something that hopefully not something that we have to worry about too much. Hopefully it doesn't make too much time. Hopefully he'll be back by week 1 when we play the Texans. And while we're on the subject of injuries, we received word that Fournette actually missed his first training camp practice today, as the word is that he's had a lingering foot issue. Now, I don't know how long this has been going on, but we do not want this guy to be injured. We drafted him with the number 4 overall pick to be the new identity of our offense. The dude's obviously a beast, a generational running back. He's our dude. So I say if we have to, just put this dude in bubble wrap until week 1, because I do not want this guy missing a lot of time. And then I guess moving on, Blake Bortles was pulled from practice today, as he threw a pick 6 in 7-on-7s, and he threw another pick 6 in 11-on-11s. Now, Doug Marrone later on said that they were trying to, he was on like some kind of pitch count or something like that, but obviously this isn't something that's very believable. I'm not sure if they even had practice on Saturday, and on the practice on Thursday, he was limited to 4 throws on the day. I think this is a situation where you remember what happened when Bortles threw 4 interceptions at his first practice. All of a sudden it's like Twitter blows up, sites like Big Cat Country blow up, and then players and stuff pay attention to that kind of stuff. And I think Marrone's almost doing it as a sense of trying to protect his player so he doesn't somehow lose confidence. This obviously is not something that you want to hear about with Bortles, but Bortles, Henne, and Brandon Allen are guys on our roster, so it seems like with the way the front office is going and the way the general manager wants it to be done, these are going to be our guys. So just hopefully Bortles has some good practices this week, or this next 2 days against the Bucs, and he's going to be our guy week 1. So that's kind of what I have to say about that. And then also the last bit of news, I know in my earlier video about the Tampa Bay practices, I wasn't sure if Allen Hurns was going to be back or not, but he actually did get cleared, luckily. When he first went down, I really wasn't too concerned, just because it wasn't like a Marquise Lee kind of thing where it was like he gets carted off the field, Twitter's going crazy about it. It was more like Marquise is down, he got back up, and now he went back. So yeah, we'll have Allen Hurns back, which is awesome, because we definitely won't have Lee to match up, this next couple days. And also, last thing to note, which was actually pretty big news, was Paul Puzzlezzi was taking middle linebacker snaps in the base personnel package. And then once they went into the nickel with 2 linebackers, Miles Jack and Telvin Smith stayed in there. So the Jaguars, they're in a position where they want to win now. So I don't know if they are planning on necessarily switching their positions. I don't know if they're just trying to cross-train, because if Miles Jack potentially goes down, then Paul Puzzlezzi would definitely probably move over to that middle linebacker spot. So I don't know the extent of this too much yet, but if the Jaguars want to win now, weeks 1 through 4, I think Paul Puzzlezzi might actually be the better option, just because he's so experienced with this kind of stuff. Miles Jack is obviously new to the position, and he's going to go through some growing pains, as you saw in the first preseason game when he played with the ones. It took a little getting used to, but if they do wind up switching their positions around, I don't see that playing Miles Jack at middle linebacker these last few weeks was a waste, because guess what? This guy's going to be the middle linebacker of the future. He got a ton of exposure to the position. If he winds up switching to Sam, which would be a better fit for him this year, since he's playing more at a stacked behind the defensive end type of position, as opposed to right up on a line of scrimmage as more of like a run stopper. It'll be interesting to see if they do actually wind up making that switch. But I'm all for anything. I'm obviously really excited to see what Miles Jack has to offer with that middle linebacker spot in the future. But if he stays in there on the nickel and it's Jack and Miles Jack, or it's Telvin Smith and Miles Jack in there at the nickel, that'll be of course really cool to see. But with that said, that's all I got, baby. Go Jags. Duval.